tabletop role-playing news. We aim to amuse and we aim to enthuse. And Morris's unofficial tabletop RPG.
Hello, and welcome to Morris's unofficial tabletop RPG talk. I am Russ, aka Morris, or Morris, aka Russ. And with me this week is
PJ Copy from the Southampton Guild Roleplayers and also Homebrew and Hacking TTRPG Design. Joining us also, we have fresh from the salt mines, the hardworking, ever capable, and all-around champion, and still an Emmy Award-nominated streamer. It's the one, it's the only,
It's me, Jessica from EN Publishing, but I am nowhere near as interesting as our listeners, who somebody in the comments just, I am currently surrounded by a swarm of juvenile lemon sharks whilst watching this. So that's interesting.
I have no idea what that means. However, I am not surrounded by a swarm of juvenile lemon sharks. I am surrounded by a pair of dogs. Flanked, I think, is a better word than surrounded. I'm flanked by a pair of dogs. But
default bonus to attacks. Interesting.
but we have some news to get through today because Wizards has released a brand new RPG, and also Dark Sun has been confirmed, sort of. And Critical Role has announced a whole lot of stuff, and there's loads of stuff coming up. So. Shall we get on with the show?
Yes, let's get on with the show. I'm very excited to hear more about the new the Exodus from Wizards of the Coast.
The Exodus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, in that case, shall I tell you about it?
Please do so.
Okay. So Exodus is an upcoming video game. And this is the official, and it's owned by Wizards of the Coast through one of their subsidiary studios, the video game.
Right.
But this is the official role-playing game to go with it.
Oh.
It's called Exodus.
Looks
and it's by James Olen, who worked on Baldur's Gate 2, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. So I think you can probably expect to see things like that. And it's coming out in 2026. The video game is in 2026. And it's a big one. PC, PlayStation, Xbox, the whole works. Big old thing. But they've got a tie-in TTRPG, officially produced by Wizards of the Coast. So this is their first non-D&D TTRPG in a very, very, very long time.
Yeah,
I can't even remember when the last time they did a TTRPG which wasn't D&D. It is, however, powered by 5e. It does use the 5e system.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I was going to ask if it was a D12 dice pool for a second, but no.
No.
I hopes have been dashed.
No. So this is two hardcover books. So it's a sci-fi game powered by 5e. You've got the Exodus Traveler's Handbook, and you've got the Exodus Encyclopedia, which are the player's book and the GM's book, respectively. You can see a nice picture of them on the screen there. They're very pretty looking.
Yeah, one has
the art style reminds me of Mass Effect.
Yeah, it does a bit. One of them's got two astronauts on like a barren wasteland with a big sort of spacey machine thing in the background, and it's quite dark and moody. So yeah. And
then we've got a number of images of the interior of the book, and you can see it's all. Sorry, you were saying, Peter? Go on.
Oh yeah. They're an example of an arc ship, which, for those who like their spaceships, looks like they've got a centrifugal living quarters sort of jazz around a central drive, so that's presumably where the people live. Because an arc ship to me says watch its generation ship and so forth. We're getting from place to place.
And that is one of the themes of this game. So from the video game.
Wait, you're saying, Russ, Exodus is about traveling from place to place?
Yes. Yeah, obviously. yes. Yeah. But what's interesting is time. I don't know if this will translate over into the TTRPG, but the video game has time dilation as a feature of it.
Oh.
Nice.
So days for the player can equate to decades back home.
Yeah.
So I assume
Basically,
that will probably transfer.
When you go super fast, like you get a weird effect called time dilation, where like
Yes.
if you start traveling at the speed of light, then a couple of hours you can be quite a long time back home.
Yeah, yeah.
Just one of those weird things that have popped out of relativity.
Yeah. So in this, you are a salvager, and you sort of become a traveller, and you're sort of trying to basically, make things better for yourself. I mean, it deals with technology rather than magic generally as a focus, and equipment is quite a large focus of the game. But yeah, I mean, I actually think it does look quite cool.
I'm interested to see what they do with it using a 5e model, because I assume they've just redone character classes and different feats.
Yeah, so
and
there's
things
4
like that.
classes.
Okay, cool.
There's 4 classes. So these 4 classes are the Cataphract, which is like a mech pilot.
Yep.
The
infantry sort of thing. Yeah.
The Daemon, or Demon, Daemon.
Computer hacker.
Right. You're kind of bonded with the mysterious entity. I don't know exactly what that means.
Right.
A prodigy,
Okay.
who used ancient technology.
They're just sending to outer space to find another race.
Yeah. And a ranger.
No,
And you get partnered with an awakened animal, so it actually sounds a little bit like a D&D Ranger Beastmaster, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
a little bit.
We got a mech pilot, someone bound to a weird extra-dimensional terrestrial thing, a prodigy, a genius, and got a guy with a pet. Sweet.
Yes, a sentient animal that's been like bioengineered, like uplifted sort of thing.
Yeah, full day break.
Yeah.
Can you have a dolphin?
Yeah. So,
I'd love to
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how useful a dolphin would be in space.
I mean, it depends upon your ship. Like, Star
I mean, if you're
Rising,
carting a paddling pool around with you, I suppose it's fine. But
Star Rising had an entire ship crewed by dolphins, because it turns out dolphins are really quite good at doing 3D stuff.
yes, but they've got to kind of stay. They've got to stay in place, though, haven't they?
Well, the whole ship was flooded with water, so I imagine it was quite heavy. Still,
yeah. So you get your class. You also choose an origin, which sounds a bit like a background in another word for a background, because it's archaeologist, soldier, spy, that sort of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'd say that's kind of analogous to the background.
Yeah, normally I'd expect those to be implemented as classes, so this is a different way to do it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then you got weapons, armor, lots of equipment, technology, things like that. There's a bunch of what they call traveler dynasties or dynasties. So I don't know exactly what they are. I think they're kind of like factions that you can choose to belong to, and they provide allies and equipment and vehicles and things like that to your character.
Yeah,
it does look gorgeous.
I mean, it's really like focusing on like the difference between maybe fantasy and science fiction, where fantasy, who you are, is really what matters most about you, which is what makes it fantasy, and sci-fi is who's got the best toys. Woohoo!
Although the last episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds had a very, very, very strong "it's all about who you are" message going through the entire thing. Sad
times. I dislike that almost as much as I dislike midichlorians.
I'm not keen on midichlorians, I got to admit. Is anyone other than George Lucas keen on midichlorians?
Are we bringing up like 20-year-old beef about Star Wars right now? This feels like no space of the internet. Come on. Are we that podcast?
It's basically like it changed Jedi from being people who worked really hard and dedicated themselves to, it doesn't really matter who you are. It's like, if your mum and dad weren't special, you won't be either. And that's a bit too real world for me. Anyway.
A lot of young adult novels do that as well. They're like, somebody was really boring.
The chosen one type stuff.
Then it turns out, no, it's because you have a special earlobe, actually, that came down through, eons, that you are actually, that's why you're special.
Actual earlobe?
I don't know. They all have different things. Could be. I bet there's one out there.
A special earlobe. I really want to see the special earlobe now.
I'll write it. I'll make I'll make a character heritage for A5E special
All
earlobe.
focused on the
If you
special
need a
earlobe.
hand, I'm all over that. We love it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the character sheet.
yeah.
It's a
It
little
does-
So
little
far, so
small to
familiar.
see there. I try and zoom in a bit. You can't see it all that well. I have taken a few little snippets and made bigger versions of bits of it though, so you can zoom in a bit. So this is your sort of like traveler profile. So this will be your in D&D. It would be your species class level stuff. So we've got name, origin, homeworld, archetype, class, age, biological years since birth. It has to clarify there, because otherwise, if this time dilation thing is a thing, you could be like hundreds of years old technically by going by, the time period of the place you left behind.
Oh, bless them. Look, they put XP in as well.
Constellation
You've got
level.
constellation.
What does that mean?
Level, which character level for us. Come on, get together, man. You know what it means.
I guess it's constellation. It's an odd word. I don't know. Anyway.
I mean, for the people on the podcast that can't see this, generally, overall, it looks very familiar to a D&D 5e character sheet, but it's got like a spacey outline and it's all grayscale and it's got like microchip looking outlines to things instead of the fantasy frills. It's my first overall impression.
Might have some braille going on as well, but I couldn't tell you for certain.
I don't know if that's braille
Oh,
or if
yeah,
that's...
those dots. That would be very cool if it was braille.
It seems a bit pointless because it's only a tiny little bit of braille in the top right. It doesn't really help you read the actual rest of the character sheet, does it?
Yeah. What's it for? I don't know.
Yeah,
or
I don't know.
Or even worse, is it just a bunch of dots?
It's probably just a bunch of dots.
Well,
I don't know.
Investigate and ask.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Here's a look at. So these are the ability scores.
Yeah.
So then the standard ability scores you're used to. If we zoom in a little bit, you can see that some of the skills are different, but other than that, it's basically exactly what you're used to.
Oh yeah, the skills are different. Like you've got streetwise, botany, zoology, and
astronautics, genetics, electronics, mechanics. So.
But they're still under strength, dex, wisdom, charisma.
Yeah.
So they're still They're still tying ability scores to skills. Sorry, I'm trying not to sigh openly. I'm trying to be enthusiastic. I think and they've added a bunch of intelligence skills like astronautics, botany, culture. That's always an excellent one to have in your game. Electronics, genetics, history has made the cut. Religion and nature clearly haven't. Zoology, so sort of nature's been split into zoology and botany, I guess. Wisdom.
And over under dexterity, we've got piloting.
Yeah. So dexterity has less skills attached. Yeah.
Sorry, I was just going to say about culture, bringing on your point, PJ. I noticed it's under intelligence, which I think is interesting because I think culture, I'd put it more under wisdom, I think.
I think it depends what the descriptor, because their use of the skill name might not be the same as ours in our game.
Is this your academic knowledge of other spacefaring cultures?
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's like intelligence is like, I know this is probably going to annoy a lot of people, but what can I say? I've actually read the rules. Intelligence is basically like your mental model. I haven't read Exodus rules, but I'm going to assume, right, based on the fact that this is virtually the same game, that intelligence is about your mental model of what things look like, and wisdom is your ability to notice things. So I could see there being a really good argument for wisdom culture checks when you're learning it, because you're just like watching people and picking up how they do it. But
because there are some people that are really good at that. There are some people that blend in wherever they go because they pick up the vibe and it's something they do, and it's not like an academic knowledge of it. Of course, there is an approach of having an academic knowledge. It's like, I studied and read up the cultures and customs of this place before I went there. But
yeah. I seem to remember intelligence is knowing that a tomato is technically a fruit, not a vegetable. Wisdom is knowing not to put it in a fruit salad.
And charisma is selling a tomato-based fruit salad as salsa.
Lovely. That sounds delicious. Actually, I don't think I'd object to a tomato in a fruit salad, to be honest. I think it would taste just fine.
It's because my charisma roll went well, Russ.
He talked me into it.
Easy done.
Yeah.
Mechanics, I notice, is under wisdom. And normally
Yeah, I'm
other
not sure about
checks
that. Yeah.
And streetwise is again under wisdom rather than where most people would expect to find it under charisma. So yeah, there are choices being made. And as usual, Constitution is an essential skill,
No skill.
essential ability, but with no skills.
Which I find annoying because I think there could be some fun things to do there.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
So,
Just especially like dealing with space. It's like, what's your ability like to navigate different environments? Like if you know, do you do better in zero gravity? You don't get sick and things like that, or do you find it easier if you step into a different foreign world? Do you have more of an iron stomach so you can taste food from different planets and not? You know, I don't know.
Yeah. So Rai versus the World points out in the chat that there are more dots on this next screen. It looks like it's in the top right of each basically section of the character sheet. So maybe it's braille of the title of that section. Maybe, I don't know.
Do you know what else? It's enough. Yeah. Do you know what else it could be? Is when you get like punch cards for clocking in and how they're little things. Maybe it's some sort of sci-fi version of that. So this is meant to be like your chip for that. So it's got some sort of coding.
Maybe. Maybe it's just some random dots. Who knows?
Well,
maybe they just thought random dots would look good in the top right.
I mean, maybe.
We'll have to.
I don't know.
We'll have to wait and find out.
Yeah. So this next snippet of the character sheet there. So we've got your dynasty or dynasty info, name, leader, details, and benefits there. So that looks like your faction stuff.
Yeah.
And then you've got the
remnant.
Yeah.
That's different.
Treasury remnant ability, remnant modifier, remnant safety, DC, remnant attack bonus. So that sounds like magic to me.
Like magic items. Sort of vibe.
Yeah, but it's kind of like remnants are like ancient alien items, which that's my guess.
With you. So it's like, okay. Manage your ability to use said treasury remnants, maybe?
I guess, yeah.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Well,
I thought it meant how much money do you have and does that give you bonus in certain situations? Like, you know how in Cthulhu there's that, I forgot what it's called. It's like how wealthy you are gives you
credit
advantage.
rating.
Yeah, credit rating. That's the one in Call of Cthulhu. I wondered if it was something like that, but what you two just said makes a lot more sense.
I mean, we don't know. We're only guessing.
It's kind of easy because it's like based on stuff we know super well. But yeah.
So what's interesting is this is kind of like, stealth dropped. There was no big announcement about it. There's been no marketing or publicity or anything that I particularly picked up on. It's just kind of just got released yesterday.
Plonked out there.
Quietly released. Okay. Yeah.
What's his face? IOB doing? Come on. We need to brand it.
It's not available in any kind of digital format, not even on D&D Beyond. It's no PDF, nothing like that. So, I mean, you can never get PDFs of Wizard of the Coast books anyway, but it is literally just a hardcover book is all you can get. And it dropped yesterday, so I'm assuming that nobody's actually read this thing yet.
And there's nothing on D&D Beyond about it either. I'm saying asking.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting.
Because normally we do get a lot of press release information from Wizards. They do have quite a big press team that sends out information. We've got all the information on the other upcoming books this year.
And these days they bombard you with videos and they bombard you with all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
these days.
Which is what you need to do to get the word out, because it is hard. As a publisher of RPGs, it's hard to get the word out sometimes. Every time a campaign ends, someone messages going, "Oh, this looks really cool," but I didn't see it, and I was like, "I promise."
I mean, we did try to tell you,
I promise.
We tried really hard,
screaming about it to the point of annoyance to other people. But
we literally did everything within our power to tell you about it.
Yeah. People just like put you on mute, tell you to shut up. And other people are like, "Oh, that's so cool! If only I had known." It's like, okay.
I wonder why Wizards haven't done the same for this.
I wonder if it's because because while they're sort of publishing it, I get the sense that it was made by this studio, rather than them directly. And the video game doesn't come out till next year. So I'm wondering if it's just, I don't know.
Maybe it was contractual obligation. They're like, sure, we'll do that. You can have this as part of the license. Go ahead. It's less exciting than I thought, because when I first saw it, I was like, wow, Wizards of the Coast is going into sci-fi. I'm like, this is like a gear shift. What are they doing? I kind of at first was wondering if it would be a new system, and that would be so exciting. But it's not really. It feels like.
If I'm getting it properly, what I'm hearing is this is sort of like a fan hack, almost by the studio that did the computer game. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because computer gamers do tend to be quite good at maths, and this may well have like good thoughts on how to improve some of the things. But it'll be interesting to see if they ditched things like expertise doubling proficiency bonus, just retaining a point to the DCs.
I don't know. I mean, this is because whereas D&D is kind of, ostensibly a game where you can set it in your own world, sort of thing.
Yes,
they've got their campaign settings, obviously, but the D&D, in theory, you can with this. It's very much baked into the Exodus video games world, just from the classes, from the magics and all that. So it's like it's like playing a Star Wars or a Star Trek game, I guess. It'd be quite hard to just use it to run your own world.
Yeah, this reminds me of like Lord of the Rings 5e or something. You've taken a property and a license and done it with a 5e system.
Yeah. So it's not a generic sci-fi RPG that you can, in the same way that D&D is kind of a generic fantasy RPG, which you can use to do whatever you want with.
It's a specific like what's setting. Is new and stuff.
Yeah. Well, and D&D itself, it's
you literally wrote a generic sci-fi.
Yeah. Well, we'll be talking about that in a second, but we'll get to that. We have news on that front. Exciting news on that front. But we'll get to that in a second.
Okay,
anyway,
so we're done talking about Exodus now.
We are done talking about Exodus.
Okay.
However, that is not all the Wizards of that there coast are doing.
I'm not shocked by that news. What are they up to?
They're doing other things.
Oh.
Really? Oh.
No, I will be clear. They have not said the word Dark Sun.
Okay.
Or written the word Dark Sun. However, they have released an Unearthed Arcana playtest document, which basically screams Dark Sun at you with every other word without actually saying the words Dark Sun.
So we believe that's them strongly hinting at it.
Well, because word from Wizards last time I remember was they said I paraphrase very loosely, that it was far too problematic, what with all the slavery and so forth, and all the other. Did they have cannibal halflings, or is that everyone? I'm thinking of? No, I think it's Darkson has the cannibal halflings as well, and just a whole lot of stuff that would need careful handling, which Wizards has not shown itself to be great at. So they were just going to quietly drop it and focus on things that would be less of a headache for them.
Well, what we have here is a playtest document, Unearthed Arcana, with 4 new subclasses.
Okay.
So we've got the Circle of Preservation Druid, we've got the Gladiator Fighter, we've got the Defiled Sorcerer, and the Sorcerer King Patron Warlock, which are all Dark Sun things.
Yeah.
Right.
Very specifically Dark Sun things. They're just like really iconic Dark Sun things, all of those things.
Yeah. Even I, a self-confessed Dark Sun ignoramus, having only glanced briefly at it, I'm like, okay, yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
that does have a certain flavour to it.
Yes, you cannot present that list and not say, okay, that's Dark Sun.
And I suspect maybe Jess is feeling like not as clued in. It's basically the concept of Dark Sun is like magic has contributed to environmental degradation.
Right.
Quite massively. So
it's got post-apocalyptic vibes.
Very much so. And also it's like nearly correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like we're nearing the end of the timeline of Earth, as it were. So it's like far future, and the sun's getting really big and is going to destroy the planet, maybe?
Yeah, it's not Earth, but yeah,
the planet.
It's a fantasy world. Yeah. So like So magic is fueled by drawing life energy from the plants and animals around you and things like that. And this is
right.
So
there's lots of deserts and things.
Druids have a hard time. So it's sort of D&D meets Mad Max.
I mean, that in itself does sound like an interesting concept for world building. So I see why they maybe want to revisit it. But from what I know of Dark Sun, they have a lot of... it's very much a product of its time. Fair to say. And perhaps doesn't hold up in today's society. No, but there's media that is very much a product of its time sometimes. And you have to look at it as that. But I see why you want to revisit it and take that core concept, that summary you just gave me about magic is corrupting and it's got these elements, because that's actually relevant in our world today about use of energy and
degradation. Exactly.
So I can see why you'd want to take that element and explore that in world building.
Yeah.
And maybe there's parts of the setting that get left behind because you don't want to...
We can have a quick look at these 4 subclasses. I made some helpful infographics summarising each of them.
Oh, very
That's
good.
how busy I've been this morning. Look at this. How busy have I been? So this is the Circular Preservation Druid. So focused on conservation, protection and restoration.
Right.
It's got new uses for its wild shape ability, which allows it to protect areas and also to buff allies. And generally focuses on healing, restorative and protective spells.
Okay. So
nothing surprising there, really. But, it's the clues in the title there. I think you could have guessed most of that stuff.
Yeah. The use of wild shape to do weird stuff that isn't about changing your shape does make me go, but it is what it is. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay,
so we've got the gladiator. So we've got the gladiator fighter, which was apparently inspired by sort of video games, fighting video games and stuff like that. So I'm thinking Mortal Kombat and things like that. So it's got finishing moves and counters and stuff like that.
I want to say
I like that idea.
That's almost probably the wrong name. Like, the one with Kratos or something. He's like this big chap with a huge beard.
There is a video game called God of War.
Oh, okay, yeah, so that's probably the one I'm thinking of. Probably inspired quite a lot by that. It's finishing moves, counters. Brutality feature gives bonus effects on a hit.
Yes.
So,
yeah. I think that leans into the weapon mastery system as well with that brutality feature.
Yeah.
And also it uses charisma as a secondary ability because a gladiator is kind of a showman as well.
I like that concept. I do like a fighter and I do like a high charisma character. This is intriguing to me.
Well, there's a gladiator in A5e as well if you want to use that one.
Oh, I know. I'm aware of that.
Okay. She's aware of your work.
Yeah.
The next one is the Defiled Sorcerer.
Oh, love that.
Yeah, so life energy is defined as hit dice. And the Defiled Sorcerer can siphon off life energy from not only themselves, use their own hit dice, but apparently at higher levels can siphon off another creature's hit dice. And then you can expend those hit dice in order to basically enhance your spells.
Yeah, nice. I am at the moment currently looking very carefully at using hit dice a bit more because it's like.
Well, it's kind of like a sort of more long-term hit points, isn't it? It's a more Whereas hit points can be recovered very, very easily and they bounce back each day and stuff. Hit dice, you have to guard a little more. Yeah, you could guard a little more. Yeah, so I like the idea of hit dice as a kind of resource as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's like quite a lot of scope to be played with fiddling that around, maybe with spell points or something like that. But that's all just vaporware at the moment. Anyway, we digress. So
so this Defiled Sorcerer focuses also a lot on defensive and battlefield control abilities.
Yeah. Spellcaster.
Yeah.
There's a bit of control. What can you say?
Yeah. And then finally, we've got the Sorcerer King, Patron, Warlock. Sorcerer, King, Patron, Warlock. It's like 4 nouns in a row. Sorcerer, King, Patron, Warlock.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a song like that about that, isn't there? A folk song.
Okay.
So the themes of this are control and fear.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of strong damaging and tactical battlefield spells.
Yeah.
And it leans into using the frightened condition a lot. Not just the ability to inflict the frightened condition, but also to do extra stuff to people who are frightened.
Mm.
I like that as well.
I guess it picks that up at level 3. So it's not quite as obvious a dip for the Oath of Conquest Paladin as it might have been if it was something you picked up at level 1.
I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure, but yeah.
It's all about
I like that
scaring people,
concept.
making them frightened. So being able to make them frightened is good. Yeah, it's interesting.
Quite an evil character.
You got
concept.
Mumra on
Like,
your side.
Yeah.
I'm going to control through fear.
So I think, I don't think there's any hiding the fact that Dark Sun is coming now. If that turns out not to be for Dark Sun, then I'll be amazed.
It might be for a revised Dark Sun-esque setting, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe.
Although they haven't bothered with a new setting for absolutely ages, have they? I think
a new one. No, not in a while. They've revisited everyone recently.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and that. Yeah,
and they've got the Forgotten Realms books coming up soon.
Yeah, we shouldn't forget them.
Which obviously are not a new setting. Or are they a new setting? I can't remember. Obligatory Forgotten Realms joke. Yeah. Anyway, Dark Sun possibly coming soon.
Well, we believe based on the information.
We believe they're coming soon, but we don't know for sure. Okay, so next.
Confirmed 100%, no doubt about it. If you don't like it, you should tell us about it in the comments. Russ loves reading those. Yeah. Well, you always. That's one thing I have noticed, that like YouTube is the place where people make snide comments.
Yeah.
Don't read the lead to fold.
No, that's probably not. Don't read the comment. You know, it is a rule for a reason. But still. Anyway. Critical Role, new campaign coming in October.
Campaign 4.
Yeah. So this is going to be set in a world called Araman, a new world, not Exandria, which their previous campaigns were. So this is called Araman.
Okay.
Araman. So the description of it: within the world of Araman, there exists a growing darkness in the shadow of revolution. 70 years ago, when the Shapers cut down the 7 lords of creation that saw fit to cast their children into shadow and ruin forever.
Yeah. Okay. And I believe this season is being GM'd by Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Indeed, Matt Mercer is going to be a player character. Well, player, not a player character. A player playing a character. Maybe he'll also be, I don't know. He's also...
It'd be very confusing if Matt Mercer is playing the campaign and someone else is playing a player character called Matt Mercer.
That would be very weird.
But that would be fun. I'd enjoy that, though.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing at the table. They're all playing the other player characters.
And this Matt Mercer actually has a very Captain Scarlet-esque ability in that he cannot die, and yet something terrible happens to him every week. Sorry. I don't know. That just went through my head. I thought I'd share. That was out there.
Well, maybe that is what will happen. Who knows? Someone, Ray vs. the World asks, have they announced yet which system they will be using? The answer to your question is yes. Yes, they have. And I'll get to that in just a second. Is
it Mega Heart?
Mulligan is going to be the GM for Campaign 4. Matt Mercer is going to be a player. So you want to know a little bit about the system and the players, because this is where it gets interesting. So first of all, they have announced the system. The system is Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay, so Garrett Press are not going to use their own homemade system, which they're currently pushing really hard. They're going to use Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, for this. So their Age of Umbra and other actual play series are going to be
Yes.
Daggerheart, but
Okay.
the tentpole Critical Role core one is remaining D&D 2024.
Yeah,
That's
the huge
interesting.
one that everyone knows.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
going
So
to
they spun up a
be
separate one, Age of Umbra for Daggerheart, while keeping the D&D one D&D is basically where they're going with this.
yeah. But
But
it
there's a
sounds like there's a
spin.
lot of
There's a
behind the scenes
spin.
diplomacy.
There's a
A
spin on it.
spin. Oh,
Yeah.
tell me more.
These are the players. Now you might say that looks like a lot of players. That's a big table.
5, 10, 14 people I see.
Yeah. 13 players and one GM. Yeah.
That sounds like my actual nightmare of a game, but okay.
Well,
crack on.
it is in fact 3 separate groups playing a West Marches style of campaign in 3 different tables.
Nice.
One of them is a combat-focused soldiers group.
Okay.
One of them is a lore and exploration-focused seekers group. And the final one is an intrigued-focused schemers group.
Okay.
I like the idea of that.
I don't know how these 13 people are going to be divided between those groups. Exactly.
Well, I imagine there's some crossover.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So the cast, I mean, that is the cast, but that is Laura Bailey, Luis Carazo, Robbie Damon. I'm just reading people's names and will probably mispronounce some of them. I'm really sorry. Abria Layengar, Taliesin Jaffe, Ashley Johnson, Matthew Mercer, Whitney Moore, Liam O'Brien, Marisha Ray, Sam Regal, Alexander Ward, and Travis Willingham, with Brennan Lee Mulligan as the GM.
Looks like a good cast
sure that
voice actors.
Yeah.
Isn't how they are set up on the screen. So
I don't know. That's
if
just
you don't already know who these people are, then you're just out of luck.
yeah. Well, that's just the order in the press release. So
yeah.
The chap in the middle is Brennan Lee Mulligan, and the other chap that's also sitting down in the green shirt, that's Matt Mercer. And I'm pretty sure that's Abri Iyengar up there, but not 100%. Okay.
Yeah.
That's my knowledge of Critical Role.
I recognise quite a lot of these people. I think the thing is with Critical Role is I am vaguely interested in watching it. But the thing is, it's so much of it from the first 3 seasons, and because it's in the same world, I think you miss out on a lot if you've not been on it from the beginning. And I just feel like I missed the boat in a bit. I watched the animated series and I felt that was more digestible because it's obviously a lot more condensed. So I think this 4th campaign is a way for people that haven't been involved to jump in because it's a new world, it's a new thing. So I feel like if you were interested, this could be a good place to jump in and be like, do you know what? I'm going to forget the first 3 seasons. I'm going to jump in here and go in from there. So maybe that's what this will do for a lot of people. And I do like Brennan Lee Mulligan's GM style. I've seen a couple of things he's done on Dimension 20. So maybe I'll watch some of this. Maybe it could be a good thing to have on. Yeah,
I think it's a good thing to have in the background because like 4 hours at a time is quite a lot of time to carve out to sit and watch something.
Exactly. This is what I use actual plays for, and I tend to do this when I'm doing fun admin things for EM Publishing. Like this week, custom forms. For example, when I'm doing things where it's quite repetitive and I needed to do things, but it's not like in-depth creative work, I like to have something on in the background, and actual plays are perfect for that because I can kind of dip in and out. So maybe that's something I'll watch when I'm doing all the logistics and customs paperwork for the Void Runners Codex. That'll be something fun.
That will be fun.
Yeah, I think for myself, I'd probably enjoy playing the fighting group, but if I was going to have to choose to watch one of these actual plays, I'd probably be most interested in the exploration, just to see what they're doing and what sort of ideas they come up with to implement that way.
It's lore slash exploration. I think for me, the schemers group sounds more interesting.
I'm with you, Ross. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the I kind of feel like the exploration lore group will have a lot of info dumps of lore, and that is a fast way to get my brain to shut down.
Yeah,
and tune out
it's
completely.
If it's that sort of thing, but I do like a good bit of space archaeology or fantasy archaeology, so that could be good. How are they approaching the actual process of exploration, like survival, journey
I mean, that
vignettes.
sort of thing, yeah. And, like, you know,
Yeah.
traps and that sort of thing. The exploration side of it, yeah. The lore side of it, for me, you know.
Well, I guess it depends how they uncover that lore. Are they doing it through adventures where they uncover this temple and find this thing? Or are they like, you find this book that has all the information in, here you go, read it.
Yeah.
Because there's different ways of introducing lore and getting that information across, and that can be a creative thing in itself. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. Our next topic.
When is that starting? Sorry, what was the date on that?
I did know, and I clicked away from it.
I'm sorry,
I had to go back. Now I have to go back and look.
I thought I'm going to wait till he closes down his notes.
Yeah, I know.
Then
I know.
I'll ask a key question, and that will be
August the 21st at 10 a.m. PT.
That was yesterday then, so it happened yesterday.
That was yesterday. Well, there we go. Oh, no.
I can catch
More information will revealed on August 21st, and that was the information I just revealed. Sorry.
Okay.
That's not when it starts. That's when all the stuff that I told you was revealed.
But I already know that because you've just told me.
I just told you it. I don't know. No, we don't know exactly when it's launching.
It hasn't been announced.
Oh, yes, we do. October the 4th. I'm just like saying things, contradicting myself. I know this. No, I don't. I know this instead. No, I don't. Yes, I do.
Okay, great.
October the 4th. October the 4th. I do know. October the 4th.
In case we want to edit around this. Oh, so Russ, when will this be launching?
We're not going to edit around this. Don't worry about it. October the 4th.
Okay, great. Let's move on.
It will go out just like that, and everyone will see just how completely professional and informed I am.
All right, October 4th.
It's like watching the gentle, tentative steps of a baby deer as it moves out into a frozen ice lake.
Yeah, there you go. Bookshot in the chat says. Bookshot in the chat says, editing is assuming you make mistakes, but this is perfection. Thank you.
Well, we're glad someone's enjoying it. We're glad
I aim to please. Yeah. Anyway. Should we talk about Warhammer for a moment?
Yeah, let's do it.
So, there's a brand new Warhammer game announced.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is called Warhammer : Champions of Chaos : Warhammer : Age of Sigmar : Soulbound : Champions of Chaos.
Thank you. I want to get those colons in there.
There we go. Warhammer: Age of Sigmar : Soulbound : Champions of Colons was my little joke. I couldn't help it. I had to put that in there. It's a game with a lot of subtitles, but sort of diminishing subtitles, like titles, subtitles, subtitles, subtitle. Anyway,
I do like the
quite interesting
Age of Sigmar things I've seen. It seems interesting. What does Champions of Chaos bring?
Well, so this is from Cubicle 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You play members of the Forces of Chaos.
That makes sense.
From the cover, I can tell you we've got a Skaven on there. That's like a little rat person holding a bit of warpstone, which is like basically uranium for the Warhammer world. At the back, holding a moon, like a crescent moon on a stick, and they've got like that sort of blue energy trailing behind them. That looks like a sorcerer of Tzeentch on a flying disc of Tzeentch. And then we've got like
what was that word? Tzeentch.
Tzeentch. TZENTCH.
I'll look it up at some point.
Yeah.
Tzeentch. Okay.
Tzeentch. Yeah. And it's basically that's the Warhammer god of magic and learning, the Chaos style.
Yeah. I'm very much looking forward to how the automatic subtitler deals with that word.
I mean, the amount of Warhammer videos, it must know Tzeentch by now, but here we go. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Good time.
Anyway.
And there's a guy in a diving helmet. You see on the left there?
Yeah, it was as armor. It looks like a chaotic battlefield. There's someone's head been cut off and held aloft, and there's a lot going on. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, they're big on their like sort of not a ponytail, but like if your ponytail's pointing straight up, they like that.
Top knot, that is called, I believe.
Thank you. Yes.
I mean, if it's tied in a knot, if it's in a ponytail, it's just a high pony, I think. But yeah, I think that is practical for battle though, because when you're doing battle, you want your hair out your face so you can see. the blood
Or
in your
sometimes maybe you want the hair in your face so you can't see the horrors around you.
No, I think these people are creating the horrors, so they want to see the
Right.
horrors. These,
I suppose
the
they
people
are
on this
the forces of
cover,
chaos, to be fair, yeah.
They are not turning their
pro
face
horror.
away from the
Fair
blood
enough.
and the gore of battle. They ride
Fair
into
enough.
it. But yeah, this looks interesting. I like Warhammer. I'm in a Warhammer Fantasy role-playing campaign at the moment that's coming near an end. And I'm about to join what I believe is a 40k campaign, and I've never played 40k. All I know is heresy. So I'm willing to learn more.
Well, this is coming out sometime. This is coming out sometime in the next 2 months. No definite release date has been given. There is also a new mechanic in there. Dominic McDowell Thomas, Dom, talked to Wargamer about a Soulfire mechanic, which is a resource which is jointly held by the entire party. In the original Soulbound game, it's now an individual resource. And players can also individually pursue the favour of their own chaos gods to gain various boons across the game.
Interesting.
Nice.
Very interesting.
Fun.
Fun. Right.
Okay.
Right. Do you want to talk about AI?
Oh, always, constantly.
Peter wants to talk about AI. I can tell.
I am compelled to talk about AI. I don't know if that's something as wanting to talk about it. I was minding my own business, looking at amazing, beautiful art, witty comments, clever ideas to do D&D and so forth, when I saw a well-known name boosted into my timeline who had thoughts on AI. And then there appeared to be some chap associated with it. And rather than immediately blocking them, I thought I'd have a bit of a look and let Russ know about it, because my goodness, it's certainly something.
What is that something?
Well, it's called CredTent. It is an organization, and they claim to have the capability to enable you to opt out or license your work for AI training without imitation. Not entirely sure about all the meaning of this, but they certainly had some things to say, and I have many thoughts, but we run the risk of explosive slander and libel on the podcast, which would never be a good
they were kind of spamming people on Blue Sky, which is kind of how it came to light. This is a quick screenshot of the various people. So this is the message that they've been sending pretty much everyone. They edit it by a couple of words on each one. Sometimes they say, "We're a big fan. We'd like to have your work," or "We'd be honoured to have your work." But it's the same message. So it basically says
an AI bot that's doing all these comments.
Alas, no.
It says, "We'd be honoured to have your work on CredTent so we can enable you to opt out or license your work for AI training without imitation. Let's talk. It takes 5 minutes to join." And of course, they're sending that very same message to lots of people, as you can see in this screenshot here. So they sent it to Paizo. They sent it to Nicole Indrews from Green Ronin there. And they also sent it to Shannon Applecline, which is the message which caught your eye because Shannon replied.
Yes. I'm like, oh, Shannon Applecline, that sounds like a familiar name. Does Shannon work on D&D? All of the current models...
He didn't work on D&D.
Okay. It's a big old D&D ampersand there.
He's a D&D historian, and also used to be the administrator of RPGNet until sort of 5 years or so ago.
So Shannon said, when all the current models built atop the biggest heist of creative material ever are destroyed, come back and talk about people opting in to having their livelihoods destroyed. People should not have to opt out of theft. I thought was pretty reasonable, to be honest. That's a pretty widely held view. Quite restrained, really.
So CredTent is a company, and they're offering a service to people around AI, but I'm a bit confused about what that is. What does the company do? What service are they offering?
So these are the two things they offer. So you can sign up to them, and you can either then opt in or opt out of AI training.
Yep.
So if you opt in to IA
Yes.
training, they'll basically act as an agent for you,
Mhm.
sell your content or license your content to AI companies. They'll take, I think, Peter, you noticed it was 15%, 15% commission.
Yeah.
And in theory, you make money off of AI companies. But we'll talk a bit more about how this works and whether we believe that is the case in a minute.
Yes.
The other thing you can do is you can opt out of AI, at which
Yeah.
point they claim that they can in some way stop AI companies using your work. Again, can they? Okay.
Yeah. Well, they say they can do an opt-out. They've said they'll audit large language models to ensure compliance, which is certainly a claim that one could make, and that violations will be reported back to your dashboard.
Yeah.
So it sort of reminds me a little bit of things like Experian and so forth, like these various credit agencies.
Yeah.
So they appear to be trying to claim to have that sort of ability.
Yeah, because I sort of scoured their website and I can't see anywhere where it indicates that any of these AI companies, like OpenAI, for example, was like the biggest one, isn't it? Has in any way got any type of relationship with CredTent and will do anything that in what way is CredTent going to compel OpenAI not to scrape my work? I don't understand how that works, and I can't see anything on their website indicating there's any kind of agreement or relationship between the two companies. And from this, it just looks like all they do is they check to see if they are and just let you know about it. So they're not actually protecting it; they're just like, reporting to you when it happens. So you're not really opting out; you're just
They claim the ability to do so, which is much like claiming that they can unscramble an omelette. Yeah, sure. Sure you can, Bertie. Sure you can.
So I don't see.
They're just saying a bunch of things here, and it's like, do you have any? They've got no relationship, or at least they are not advertising any relationships with any AI companies, not the Chinese ones, not the American ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure, but of course you can. Yeah.
ChatGPT isn't going to go along and say, "Oh, hang on a second, this person signed up to CredTent for $5 a month, therefore I won't scrape their book." It's not going to happen, is it?
No. I mean,
CredTent doesn't have the power to enforce that.
Yeah, and once it's been scraped into a large language model, you can't take it out. That's not how it works. Great stuff.
Yeah. So this is a look at their different plans that they offer.
Yeah.
There's 4 of them. You can sign up 4 different plans.
Yeah.
So the opt-out ones are free.
Yeah.
Which, yes, because otherwise it would if they weren't free, it would be a protection racket. Literally, pay to not have your stuff stolen is kind of, but that's not what they're doing here. That is free at least.
Well, the opt-out, which it says that it will add your creative work to the opt-out list, CredTent distributes to AI companies across the industry.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Do you know the telephone preference service that used to exist?
Yeah.
That had no effect whatsoever, but you put your phone number on the telephone back, in the days of landlines, you put your phone number on the telephone preference service, and in theory, you would not get any marketing calls. Never worked because we used to get them all the time, but
it was quite good though. So you could say in a very indignant fashion, "Excuse me, I'm signed up to the telephone preference service. How did you get this?"
Yeah, exactly.
I still say that. I haven't paid for the service, but I just say it.
So what we've got? So we've got opt out. So we've got opt out and opt out premium.
Yes.
So opt out is free. Opt out premium is $19. Now, what are you paying them $19 to do? What does that say?
Well, the opt-out version means that your specific name and creative works are not supposed to be used by the AI companies, although again, no evidence that that's be done. But they say they'll distribute it to them, including your website, and that they will track these for compliance and posterity, whatever that means. Again, there is no enforcement mechanism at this time for this to have any sort of teeth. That what you'd be paying $19 a year for would be they would do, quote, intermittent auditing and detailed reporting.
Yes,
So-
that's the only difference between those two tiers, isn't it? Just that.
Yeah,
So,
like
Yeah.
those-
so if I went for a premium tier, I would occasionally get a report saying, "Hey, we've had a look, and it looks like ChatGPT or
Is using
whatever
your content."
companies are
And you'd
using
be
your
like,
content
"Oh,
here."
great, thanks, cheers. What do I do with that information
Yeah,
now?"
what do I do with that?
Yeah. Well, it says that they'll do intermittent auditing. Well, the thing about intermittent is that's in a schedule. So once every 5 years would be intermittent. Maybe it's once every week.
Mm.
Maybe it's once every day. Who can say? Intermittent is a word without a schedule.
I'm not sure if you drill into that more button, it probably tells you more. But
Yeah. Sure. Yes.
we could try it right now. Let's try it right now.
Okay, yeah, let's.
We have the ability. We have the technology. We have the technology. So I'm on the CredTent website. Pricing, was that it? Yep. The more button, what does it say?
In theory, I like the idea of a service that you can register to that will protect your artwork. That sounds like a good thing. But, sorry, Russ, what have you found?
So I clicked on the more.
Yes.
Intermittent auditing and detailed reporting. I clicked on more.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Do you know what it says? One sentence. We are your advocates to get your work out of illicit data sets too.
Okay.
That's
Great
it.
stuff.
That's all clicking on more says. Nothing else.
That's a big thumbs up for me. That seems legit.
Yeah.
And if you wish to, quote, license your work to these AI companies, which is based on the idea that CredTent will in some way argue that you should be receiving reimbursement from them, which there is no evidence to suggest that the AI companies have any interest. In fact, I was reading Anthropic has lost a lawsuit just today, so I haven't been able to tell you about it. But Anthropic has lost a lawsuit today, which means that people are eligible to claim compensation. And the thing that caught my attention was that it's like, and if you're not in the US, you can still write in to get in on this lawsuit. Just don't worry about the zip code. Just put anything in there, like get in on this. And there's a lot of very bitter writers who are very upset about their work. But anyway, we like this.
Well, looking at this, you paid them $99, and then they will basically license your work to AI companies.
How gracious of them! Yes,
but I don't understand why they think ChatGPT is going to pay them anything.
Yeah,
or why they think Midjourney is going to pay them anything, or why they think I can't remember all the names of them, but all these different AI
all
companies
and Goonery and AI plagiarism machines. How do you think you're going to get a penny out of them when legal lawsuits are basically like having a go? Like, does CredTent have extremely good lawyers? Well, I guess we'll find out. But
Control which AI companies use your work by approving requests is what I get when I click on control your licensing there. What do you mean by approving requests? What makes you think ChatGPT is going to request anything? They're not. They're just going to do it. They're not going to ask. They probably don't even know CredTent exists. It's like, why are they going to?
It seems unlikely that they do. It's like famously, these companies have just scraped, has. In much the same way that shipping trawlers scrape the bottom of the ocean floor clean of information.
I've got a deal for you, Peter. If you pay me $100 a month, I will.
Yeah, for CredTent. So you're going to
£100 a month. Sorry, not dollars. £100 a month.
Okay.
The price just went up.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah.
And I will protect you from asteroid strikes.
I mean, that sounds like a great deal.
Good deal, isn't it? Yeah. I will force all asteroids to fill in the appropriate paperwork and obtain a permit for landing on your house.
Nice.
And that's what will happen, and they will definitely do that, and they will definitely obey this new bureaucratic admin procedure that I've put in place.
Included in that, I will provide you intermittent reports about asteroids.
Yeah.
Amazing. This sounds like a great deal. Will you also send them a strongly worded cease and desist letter?
No, it
Will
doesn't
be-
say that. That's
will
not
be-
included.
Will be
that'd be extra. Extra, of course. Yeah.
You know what this reminds me of a little bit? It's not really the same, but in the early noughties, there were loads of these modeling agencies, and they're like, "We'll sign up. You sign up with us, and we'll be your agent, and we'll sell you as a model, and we'll take 15%," which is what modeling agents do. They're like, when you sign up with us, you pay £100, and that'll cover your setup fees and your photo shoot and stuff.
Yeah.
You didn't get any modeling work from that.
No.
The business model was taking your money to set it up. So, because they didn't have relationships with, companies that wanted to hire models. So I wonder if this is similar. I don't know.
It feels very vanity publishing as well. Just pay us money and we'll get your book into a printable condition, and then you're responsible for selling it. Open brackets. Good luck with that. Close brackets. So
So this CredTent, I mean,
it lacks credibility.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Completely.
And also the fact that they're spamming people on Blue Sky.
I wonder if we'll see more of these companies with this sort of offering coming out.
I think it's hard the people that they are spamming, though. People like Shannon and people like that. It's kind of like
big industry players.
It's like a RPG is a niche industry. I'm surprised that they, even though there was a TTRPG industry, let alone who were the people in it, but I guess they do. I don't know.
That's why I wonder if it's automated somehow.
I expect so. Like, the guy's a chronic AI user, and by that I mean he's unable to make a point in less than 1,500 characters, which quite frankly is just like argument by exhaustion. It's like, I'm not reading all that rubbish. Just try and make a point. Just say a thing. Be terse, be brief, be succinct. But alas, beyond his capabilities, it rots your brain. It really does, that AI stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's the end of that. Okay, so that exists, and you can have a look at that and see what you think.
Yeah, but we are not in a position to recommend CredTent at this time. I think it's the best way to.
That is a correct statement to be made.
Yes,
we do not feel they have satisfactorily demonstrated that they can provide a service in exchange for the money that they would take.
Yeah.
And even has a free service. It would make me wonder. I don't know.
Anyway. What else have we got to talk about this fine week in the tabletop RPG sphere?
We are nearing the end of the show.
Should we talk about stuff we're doing then?
Okay. Well, here's something we're doing.
Oh, yes.
Have just done. This is Insider Magazine, issue number 5, and it's all about dragons. This one. So we have got a villain spotlight. We got Calivandra, a CR9 assistant that is a Dragonine attendant. Basically helps a dragon out. We've got some magic items like the boots of the pseudo dragon and the dragonhide braces and the dragon twin mirror. All fun stuff. We've got an adventure called Dragon Scramble, which is for 2nd to 3rd level PCs. Involves a dragon egg and some culinary ne'er-do-wells.
Culinary ne'er-do-wells?
Yes.
Goodness.
Yeah.
The name of the adventure. I mean, as far as I'm aware, dragons are vaguely sentient creatures, so I don't know, maybe we shouldn't be like turning them into trophies.
Eating their young.
Well, I don't think we are. I think we're protecting them in this particular adventure.
Yes. But I don't know.
The ne'er-do-wells are wanting to, yes.
Yeah. And then we've got some dragonettes.
Yes.
Which are the bookworm, the campfire dragonette, the dragonette of paradise, the remora dragonette, and the vulture dragonette. All kind of like CR 1 to 2 creatures.
The remora dragonette.
And then we've got another little adventure called Quest for Rest.
Oh.
Which is for 8th level adventurers who must free the transformed dragon Vasroya from her prophesized imprisonment.
Oh.
Go free a dragon.
So 2 adventures. 2 adventures, a bunch of monsters, some magic items.
So you have to rescue dragon. Any word where you have to slay a princess.
Doesn't mention a princess.
Okay,
But you know what? Parties are going to do what they want. So, you know,
that's true. Party's
we
their
can't.
party.
You can't control players.
No.
Or can you?
No, I can't.
If you get like,
Or should you?
do stuff.
Sometimes I want to. I want to be like, can we go over here? Because I made something cool for you over here. If you would just go over there.
If you'd stop fishing for your dagger in the fast-running river, that would be great. Anytime now, lads. Anytime.
It was a hammer.
Oh, I do make one.
That makes all the difference.
It wasn't a weapon hammer. It was like, as in a tool
It was just
for
a
as
hammer.
Part of the kit. Just
Like a
a
little
normal
hammer.
hammer.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, traumatized.
Yeah.
Less of that talk.
Yeah. And speaking of the things that you make, any word on spell cards? Because I know, obviously, tariffs and so forth have been the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but spell cards for A5E.
I talked about that briefly on EM Publishing monthly live stream yesterday. So if you're interested in EM Publishing stuff, I did a live stream yesterday where we talked in detail about that, and I do them every month. But in summary, it's still an idea we want to do, but we've kind of paused it at the moment because of tariff stuff. So the crowdfunder is unlikely to be launched this year, but it's still something that's on our production slate. The Kickstarter pre-launch page is up, so you can click follow it. So if you do want to be notified when it goes live, follow that page. But at the moment, we've just got the project on pause until we figure out.
Because basically, know exactly what we want to do. It's just we don't want to charge the earth for them.
We need to have it at a price point that's good for people to buy, and also at a price point where we don't have to eat tariff costs, because we decided to eat tariff costs for the Void Runners Codex and Split the Horde. And we can't keep doing that.
No, we will go out of business if we keep doing that.
So at the moment it's paused, but it will still be happening. Pre-launch page is up on Kickstarter, so you can follow that and have a look if you're interested. But I don't have any dates yet. But what I do have dates on.
We do.
Is the WotC's new Bestiary. So that'll be coming out next month. But Russ, this is your baby. This is your. This is what you wrote.
Yeah, so this is going to be a hardcover book. It's going to be quite big as well. It's going to end up being bigger than I thought it was going to be, because as Alex, the layout artist, has been putting it together, it's not quite finished yet. It's on the last couple of chapters, but the page count it's going to be quite a chunky book, this one, full of monsters.
Over 250.
Yeah, from all three different genres for What's Old is New. So there's going to be sci-fi critters in there. There's going to be fantasy critters in there. There's going to be modern critters and NPCs in there. Lots of NPCs from all three genres. A whole chapter on creating your own monsters. And a whole chapter on customizing monsters by adding sort of little, not quite little templates to them. They're not quite classes, but basically you can take, say, I don't know, say a zombie, and you could add like a necromancer template to it, and now you've got a zombie necromancer. So you can really customize every single one of these creatures by adding, and we've got like over a dozen templates. So you can have sort of like more than that, way more than that, actually, loads of them, which you can just attach to the various monsters to basically turn a standard monster, a goblin, from a goblin into a goblin gladiator, or into a goblin ranger, or a goblin something more fancy than that. Yeah.
So you could have like zombie androids and zombie robots. That's quite cool.
Yeah. Sure, and then there's also other little templates which you can use to scale them up and down as well. So you can add a standard zombie, or a champion zombie, or a minion zombie. So you can do those two things. You can add templates which add basically features and flavor to it to make it into something else, and you can scale it up to be more powerful or less powerful as well. So you can really take any of those creatures, and each creature is basically, really, when you take that into account, like a dozen creatures, because you can just alter them really easy.
Prefixes.
Yeah, basically prefixes and suffixes. Basically,
The more prefixes, the more dangerous the thing is.
Like,
a wolf, not so bad. A direwolf, all bad. An ancient direwolf, things have got real.
A giant ancient direwolf. A miniature giant ancient wolf.
Oh,
I think it's really important in the book to have that there as well, because What's Old is New is such a toolkit system. All the GMs I know that run it are doing it because they have their own idea of their worlds and their lore and what they want to do, and they need a system to build that on. And so, of course, they're going to have unique creatures and NPCs that they're going to want to build. So I think this book is a resource for that. The fact it goes, here's like over 250 pre-made things ready to go, but you're probably going to want to do your own thing because you're that type of person if you're into this system. So here's all the tools to do that. So ideal.
So who's working on it? I don't see any names on the cover.
Well, I'm the writer.
Okay.
Lots of artists. Too many to list, but I'm the writer.
Right. So your baby, nice.
Yeah.
I did lots of copy and pasting and collating things together.
Yes, you're the copy and paster and the collator.
I spent hours because literally we have loads of stats and information in the What's Old is New system because there's loads of there's like about 18 different books, different with adventures and settings and information. And so I went and tried to collate a lot of the existing things to make the Bestiary. So that's how I started it. And then I gave a soup of things to Russ and I was like, here, make a book.
Make books happen.
What's wrong with this also is even if you don't have the core rule books, the starter set that we got, it will just go along well with that really well.
Oh yeah. Nice. Yeah, that's really good.
So that's coming next month in September. Pre-launch page is up, so if that's of any interest, give it a follow on there. And I'm doing press things now, so if you are a press person and or you do reviews or things like that and you're not on our press list, send me an email and I can add you to our press list so you get the information on that. And the email is on the screen if you don't have it.
admin@enpublishingrpg.co.uk.
Yes.
Bum, bum, bum.
I think that's all for this week.
I think we're done. I think that is the end of the show.
Done so. Over and done.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you so much. We'll be back next week, same bat time, same bat place.
Yes. It's probably a bit late, but we should point out that we are streaming live on Fridays at 2 p.m. UK time, which is 9 a.m. Eastern.
You always forget to do that.
YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Yeah, me too. I thought
I should do it. I should say it. I should like try to get into the habit of incorporating it into my intro, but my intro is so autopilot now.
Yeah.
I'm literally thinking about something else while I say it. I'm like thinking about what screen am I going to put up or something like that, and I'm just saying it automatically. I don't even think about it.
But so you can join us live if you're listening on the podcast, should you wish.
Yeah. So until next week. Bye everyone. Do good things.
Bye.
All the tabletop role-playing news. We aim to amuse and we aim to enthuse. And Morris's unofficial tabletop RPG.